Alright guys, let me know if you can hear me or not. As per
decluttering a home or business
usual. Red Dawn 2024. So there is 1,001 theories going on right now. Not that I'm subscribing to any of them. I just think it's there's a lot of interesting shit going on, and not that I think they're doing it on purpose. There's just too many ways we can go. Anyway, guys, thank you for the 5x5. Joseph, Catgirl, Flown Grown, Loretta, Dolby, Elaine, Groundhog, Finley the Dog, Bush Pig, Tim 2, Tim 3, sorry, thank you for the 5x5. Linda, Lisa, Joe, 11, thank you for the 5x5. Max, Angelwood, Dawn, Mr. Landfill, Babata, thank you for the 5x5. Silvergram, Raccoon, Rock, G-Ma, William, Kathleen, thank you for the 5x5. Adam, Silence is Golden, WTC, Smokin', Brian, Customs, Annabor, Andy, RM Life, thank you for the 5x5. Maria, Eyes Wide, Muddy, Raccoon, Dwayne, Shoshi, thank you for the 5x5. Zizzard, Eric, Scarlett, Betty, Nick, Lisa, thank you for the 5x5. What a dude, thank you for the spam by spam. The All Seeing Eye, Harold, Pretty Prepper, Exhume, Lisa, Carl, Carlos, Patty S, Sean, thank you for the 5x5. And Ariana, thank you for the 5x5. But anyway, so guys, a lot is going on, as we all know. Things are getting more interesting now as the days go by. Hell, even the hours. Countless says he's already seen a Kamala Harris commercial. No kidding. Where? On here? Okay. Grit and Grace, thank you for the 5x5. Overwatch says audio is off. Then you have to reset. But you can't hear me if the audio's off, so. The Amateur Prepper, long-term viewer. Thank you. The Amateur Prepper. I like that, by the way. It's pretty cool. So, excuse me, today I'm fucking destroyed, exhausted, tired. Got my ass handed to me at a job last night, so. A little on the slow side, or slower than normal. The Angry Truth will be tonight. It won't be as long. Tomorrow will be the first official The Angry Film Critic live stream. So much to talk about, so little time. We will also have the tomorrow night as well. The weekend the Wednesday midweek report. Sorry, we'll have that tomorrow morning as well. Lunar Preparedness said Kamala Harris's commercial all over Facebook. Chad said he saw the commercial. No shit. Yo, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. You could film a commercial fairly fast, or you could pull a lot of her B-roll, if you will, together. Have her come into the studio or somewhere in the White House. I think the White House has a studio. Go there, have her say a couple of things, and done. Or she doesn't have to say anything at all. Just pull shit together. So it doesn't take that long to do a commercial for her, at least a snippet one for her. She'll come out with an official one. Not that anybody's interested in. I'm just explaining how fast it takes to come out with one. I could do a commercial with the tidbits that I have and push it tomorrow. It doesn't take much to do these things. Not with the technology and the speed of things. So yeah, she's got a commercial. And on the Angry Truth channel, we're going to be talking about why everybody's nominating her. And the guy in my firehouse made a great point, and I was like, no shit. So she is being nominated for a reason. Obama's still not nominating her, or at the very least backing her. Sorry, I don't think he can nominate her, but I think he can back her. But yeah, Kamala Harris was. I told you guys a couple days ago that she was already, or Sunday, right? I think the Sunday night live stream. I was talking about how she was Saturday. She was making phone calls into getting donations or more donations. She already had the $90 million donation that her and Biden got. She was raising more, and she was getting it. The craziness about it is people are stunned, like George Clooney. I know a lot of you don't like him. I like him as an actor. As a politician or in the politics, I couldn't care less. But he backed Kamala Harris. Charlemagne, that black dude, that podcasting guy, who I swear is fucking gay. Not the point. He backed Kamala Harris, and everybody's surprised that he did. So there's a lot of celebrities coming out, and this just shows you guys the hate for Trump. They hate Trump so bad. I think they hate Trump so bad they would have picked Pelosi to run. If Pelosi would have stepped out of her grave or her casket and been like, I'm running for president, people would have fucking picked her just because it's not him. That is the only reason. That's a bad way to go about picking any candidate. Listen, there are people who are picking Trump, to be fair and honest, they're picking Trump because they don't want to pick Biden. That is and granted, Biden doesn't offer anything. He brings nothing to the table. Neither does Kamala Harris. She brings nothing to the table. She doesn't have any of the experience it would take to run this country. And some people are like, well, she was vice president. The bitch did nothing. Outside of fucking cum shots on her face and taking it in the ass, she's done nothing. Zero. She's supposed to go to the border and do some crazy shit down there. She did nothing. That was her one job, actually. Her one job was to do that. She didn't do anything. She made matters worse because she didn't do anything. And they want this knucklehead to run for president? For Christ's sakes, man, you could have picked anybody else. You could have picked a junior senator that would have probably did better than her. And then that interview, that disastrous interview that the Republicans are going to have fun with, when she was talking about going to the border, and this guy goes, "You've never been to the border?" And she goes, "Well, I've never been to Europe either," or some European country. She goes, "I've never been to Europe." She's like, "What does it have to do?" I'm like, that's not an answer. So she is stupid as the day is long. The lady's not smart. You can get lucky a few times in your life taking a test, scoring high. So anyway, guys, this election is by far a historical election, no matter how you look at it. With a president only a few weeks away from election dropping out and another president getting shot at, this is all very, very exciting. So a lot of us, I'm listening to all the conspiracy theories out there. I'm not convinced on any of them. Not any of them, but I'm not super convinced. But I see people's points. I'm not going to shoot them down. I just think a lot of people have some very valid points, like when they were hiding Biden. People are like, why are they hiding him? He's got to be dead. I'm like, that's where we went to? We jumped from fucking 0 to 60 like that. He's not dead. He's just, I think he had such an episode that they can't come back from it, and he can't come back from it. So his making a speech about why he dropped out of the race and moving forward, the reason why they're waiting so long is they're waiting for a good day. And his good days might be behind him. They might get 1 or 2 good days, and then that's it. It's done. It's toast. But the only thing, guys, that I know for sure, the one thing I know for sure is that we need to continue to prepare. That's it. Listen, I think a lot of us are continuing to prepare. I don't think any one of us are slacking off. You do slack off from time to time. It just comes with the territory of being a prepper and prepping for so long. But now it's not the time to slack off, right? Now it's the time to fucking move forward. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep preparing. Keep your stocks up. Rotate your shit out if you have to. Do what needs to be done. Make sure your bug out bags are squared away. Make sure your vehicle's squared away. I don't think anything's going to go down that fast. I think a lot of what's going to happen next, we're going to see coming. It's not going to be a total surprise. Trump getting shot at was not a surprise. Biden bowing out of the race, not a surprise. Kamala Harris doing way worse than Trump will not be a surprise. But with everybody backing her, there were a couple of people that if they back Kamala Harris, if these two people back Kamala Harris, I think Trump is going to lose the election, but not by legitimacy, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. What's his name? Not Klaus Schwab. What's the other fucking evil-looking dude that just stepped down? If him and his campaign backs Harris, we're fucked. Because all of these people are backing a woman. That's like backing Sugar Ray Leonard against Tyson in a fight. For those of you that know who Sugar Ray Leonard is. That's an unmatchable, an unbeatable fight. Sugar Ray Leonard could never, even in his heydays, beat Tyson. And I hate to make that comparison of Trump and Kamala Harris, but that's what it is. Soros, exactly. If Soros backs Kamala Harris, which I don't think he has yet, financially I don't think he has yet, if he does, or he pours more money into the campaign, because I think he poured money into the campaign, but if he pours more into this campaign, it's going to be a shit show of an election. You only pour money into something that is guaranteed. You do not pour money or back anybody up that is not guaranteed. The amount of people that are backing her up, Soros announced he is backing Kamala Harris. What the fuck? So if that is the case, Trump could lose the election. He is a businessman. Young Soros is backing Kamala Harris. All right. If he pours more money into this, we're in trouble. That's all I can say. These guys are investors. They invest in things that are going to brighten their future and heavy their pockets. That being said, we could see some crazy shit with this election. Crazier shit with this election. Sorry. Listen, I think we're going to see some more craziness out of this election. So, how much crazier can it get? It can get stupid. It can get really stupid. But we shall see. Now, as far as the something big is coming, that was what I was a little worried about, was the Soros family pouring more money into the Kamala Harris campaign. She has to pick a vice president, I think, in the next week or two. Which, listen, doesn't make sense, right? Now, I remember whenever you talk to those political advisors that, run campaigns and run election campaigns, they used to say there was a certain time, a deadline when you couldn't join the race. That deadline passed months ago. But now here's Harris, whose hat was partially in the ring, is now fully in the ring, and now she has to pick a VP. And that's the thing, Tom Colby, that's the problem. We don't know who her VP is, and the Soros family is still backing her. That's the more dangerous thing. So, if an investor is investing in this woman who's not presidential material at all, there's a problem. And something big in the way of the election not going in Trump's favor happening. With that, will we respond in kind? Or will we respond, in a way they don't want us to respond if this election is in fact taken? There are too many avenues with this election now. Way too many avenues. And I don't like any of them. There's more talk of civil war. Way more talk. I mean, listen, there's been a lot of talk of civil war. But this talk of civil war is ramping up. I'm drinking fucking old man tea, by the way. I'm drinking like sleepy time or chamomile tea. Because after this, talk about going into a coma. Holy shit. Not going to be able to wake me up for days. Why did Biden step down? Now, we all know why he did. But what's going to be the excuse that they use? The Civil War talk, obviously, guys, we've been hearing about that for a while. We've been hearing about that for years. I've done a few videos on it. But if this election doesn't go in the favor of Trump, will there be civil war? Will Biden step down as president, relinquishing his power, handing it off to Kamala, and Kamala pulling some shit out of her ass? Will that happen? A lot of people are worried about that. Will there be a coup d'etat, if I said that right? Will there be a military takeover of this country? There's a lot of talk about that. World War III right now is on the back burner as Russia and China is watching and going, oh, this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting. All right. Lori, what's going on? So there's a lot of talk of different things. If civil war is spun up, which civil war and World War III, guys, doesn't serve anybody in the financial industry any kind of money. The more I start looking at BlackRock, the more I start looking at the Soros family, the WEF, the heavy hitters who have dumped money into this planet, if you will, who are looking for us to become slaves. The more I look into that, the more I start to think World War III is less likely. Unless Putin goes rogue, I think that is less likely. I think these elites would take Putin out before Putin did anything. So, there's a lot of things that are definitely in play, and there's a lot of curveballs just waiting to go down. I'm waiting for a lot of these curveballs to go down. I mean, there's so many. Listen, there are going to be a lot of surprises. I don't think some of the things we could see coming, but I think we're going to see other things happen. We're just going to be like, where the fuck did that come from? We're going to see a lot of that kind of shit. So, things are undoubtedly going to get way more interesting. We just have to stay focused and not get too distracted. Now, I Googled on DuckDuckGo, which is no good, by the way. DuckDuckGo is good for images, but they are not a good source of information. I typed in Trump shot. Simple. Looking for some pictures for thumbnails for my videos. Not a single picture of anything related to that day popped up. Not one. You go on Google. You put in Trump shot. You'll find some pictures related to that day, and another pictures of him just standing in the Oval Office. Like, what the fuck? So I guess like legitimate photos of him. So, and if you go to what's the other one? The lion one. The one with the lion. The lion. Yeah, right. That one. You type in Trump shot. All the pictures pop up of Trump. So again, DuckDuckGo is no good. DuckDuckGo can kiss my dick. I think DuckDuckGo sold out to Google. That's a different story for a different day. So, guys, with the talk of civil war, how many of you guys think civil war will happen before World War III? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Will civil war happen before World War III? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I don't think so, personally. I don't think. I mean, I think we might see civil war. I don't think we'll see World War III. Brave. Thank you, guys. Brave. That's one with the lion. The lion logo, rather. Sorry. 1, 2. Yeah, like I said, the World War III gets further and further away from us. A lot of ones. A lot of ones. 2 1s. All right. So in either case, guys, again, it doesn't matter what happens. I mean, Civil War is bad. I think Civil War would be worse for this country than World War III. I think because we depending on how far it goes, we can completely collapse this country. Completely collapse it. Or, actually, World War III could be worse. It depends on which route they go with World War III. So either or, they could both be bad. But it depends on how bad Civil War gets or how bad World War III gets. How bad we, light shit up. So that can be a problem in itself. Huh. That could be a problem in itself. All of it can be a problem in itself. Now, do I think that this Biden stepping down is a distraction to put Kamala Harris in a better light? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because right now, everybody's talking about Biden missing. Everybody's talking about Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. Nobody's talking about the investigation or the hearing on the lady who ran Secret Service, who stepped down today, by the way. I thought she was going to step down Monday, but she stepped down a day later. All right. But nonetheless, she's out. And all of that, guys, is being drowned out by Kamala Harris running for president. It's a tactic, man. It's a tactic. Drown out the bullshit, put more bullshit in front of bullshit, and then bury that bullshit with more bullshit. And then before you know it, because we're like lemmings or goldfish, rather, we forget. Now, some of us don't forget. We will not forget that Trump was shot at. Not at all. We will not start to deviate from the fact that BlackRock is heavily connected to this shooting. Let's not forget that, guys. That is first and foremost what people need to start understanding. We also understand that BlackRock was a heavy donator of the Biden-Harris campaign. Let's not forget that either. Keep those in the forefront of your brain. Don't let your brain be drowned. Don't let that be drowned out by the bullshit that's going on. There's probably other bullshit that we can definitely focus on, but they're trying to drown out a lot of the suspicious, super suspicious things that happened during that shooting. Karen says Secret Service told Trump not to speak in public. That is to damage his campaign, Karen. So, yeah. Secret Service is not for Trump at all. Even though they're guarding him, they're not about him. They're not for this man. Of course they're going to tell him, hey man, you're high threat. We can't have you speaking in public. Then make it fucking so. Make him as safe as possible. It can be done. It is not impossible. What was impossible was to have somebody actually stand on a rooftop or lay on a rooftop and shoot at him. That was an impossibility. Letting that happen. Him being there was outrageously an impossible situation for any other president. But it happened for Trump. Now they're telling him, if Karen is right, now they're telling him he shouldn't make any more public speeches. Sorry. That's a red flag. That's them trying to damage his campaign. Less speaking he does, more Kamala Harris. I know what that tactic is. We all know what that tactic is. That tactic is grade A, utter bullshit. Let's have the lady who says, what has unburdened us can be foreseen, or whatever bullshit she says. I heard it so many times, I was like, if I could throw a shoe at this bitch, I would. And why am I throwing shoes at politicians? Because it doesn't kill them, but it hurts like a motherfucker. But I wish I could. Because what is that stupid saying? What unburdens us doesn't see the light of day, or some gay shit like that. What unburdens us? I don't even like to say it, but But she repeats, to see what can be, unburdened by what has been. Fuck that bitch in that saying. Two-bit whore. Anyone watching AV9? Tisha Bava, if I said that right. That's the Christian prepper asking that question. I have no fucking clue who AV9 is. But, throw a bag of dog shit. You can do that too. Nonetheless, you throw anything at them, you're probably going to be missing for a little while. You know? Definitely. They're going to smear your name, do all they can do. Yeah, them saying Kamala Harris is the smartest person in the world. I'm like, how is she smart? I mean, listen, she was devious, positioning herself with the people that she positioned herself with by being under them, right? Or being beneath them at waist level, right? So she did all of that. She's smart in that aspect, or devious in that aspect, but she's definitely a shady character. Unseen what burden I can't. I don't want to. I don't fucking want to. I'm just fucking super frustrated with this whole election. Frustrated. I'm frustrated that we had two old people to pick from. I'm frustrated that we now have Trump and Harris to pick from. We need some new, fresh motherfuckers on the scene. That's what we need. We don't need old fucking people. Trump is a good pick, but he's old. He's fucking old. I don't want spoiled milk running for president. I'm sorry. You know, I don't want a fucking a chlamydia running for president. I don't. Oh God, it's just the choices that we have is what we're left with, and this is why we're the joke of the world. We got Chlamydia Harris running for president and fucking Trump. And though, listen, Trump getting shot, getting up, doing a fist pump, that was pretty cool. That was very cool. Because he didn't get shot and like, oh God, and scurried away. Oh my God, he didn't do any of that bullshit. He stood back up and was like, fuck these people. I'd have done the same thing. But I would have pushed Secret Service off of me because I could bench press half of Secret Service. Right? I would have pushed them off of me and like, get some, and then maybe I would have walked off the stage. And granted, that Secret Service unit that was with him in PA, they did their job poorly. Sadly. You saw at the RNC convention, he had an upgrade. So, yeah, man. Kamala Harris is going to speak at the DNC. I know a lot of us are going to watch the DNC. I'm curious. And I don't like the RNC. I didn't like the DNC. I don't like any of that. It's a dick-sucking contest. It's who could suck the dick the hardest. Right? When they were sitting there patting him Trump on the back, I'm just like, ugh. How do these people sleep at night? Like, there's one thing to praise somebody. There's another thing to smear cum all over your face. Their cum all over your face. I just don't. I don't like any of it. There's a difference between praising somebody and complete dick sucking. And that's what I saw in the RNC. The DNC is going to be 10 times worse. These guys are going to be fucking vaginal diving in Kamala Harris or Chlamydia Harris's fucking vagina. Vaginal diving, head first. They're going to be up her fucking vagina and ass so far to make her look like the best pick of the race. She's the better contender from Trump. No, she's not. Not at all. Yo, the amount of... Oh, my God. It's just fucking... It's bad, man. It's really bad. But, yeah, she's just a bad pick. TK's asking, do you like Vance? Vance. Right? Is it Vance or Vance? I don't know. Something about him, it rubs me the wrong way. I gotta listen to him talking some more. But something about him rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. When I saw him, I'm like, I don't like this dude. You look at somebody and you automatically go, I don't like this guy. And I'm normally right. Normally. I have like an 85, 90% judgment rate with people, and I'm like rarely ever wrong. There's something about him I don't like, and I'm going to find out if he makes it to vice presidency. The way this is going now, the way this is going down the pike, I honestly believe Trump might not win. He just might not. There's way too much at stake for the heavy hitters that are in power right now. There are people with money backing Kamala Harris against Trump. These people are not hedging their bets, like, at all. They're going all in on Harris. Right? So if they're doing that, they know something we don't know. They said he has a book. I don't care. I wouldn't read his book. I wouldn't read any of these fucking pieces of shit in their books. Fuck them. Fucking book. The only book I might read would be what's his name's? Trump's, on how he made it. Like, that book I would read, how he made millions. You know, Rich Daddy Poor. Those are the books you read. You don't read books on people like Whoopi Goldberg wrote a book recently in her life. And though Whoopi Goldberg has had an interesting life, her book sales plummeted. She didn't sell anything. I think I sold more books than she did, right? Anyway, her sales sucked, and then she was sitting there wondering why. Well, bitch, because you went full retard. And when you go full retard, nobody wants to read your books. Simple, man. Simple fucking answer. But anyway, guys, things are going to get a hell of a lot darker over the next couple of weeks. It's just a matter of where it goes. Again, I'm still excited. I'm still waiting for this to fall apart. I'm still waiting for something big to go down so that Kamala Harris could do that whole executive power nonsense and stay in power until they figure out what they're going to do. Or they go for a grand move on Trump and they take him out and a few other people out as well. There's also that. Now, Biden stepping down, again, the reason why he's stepping down, we all know. But let's see what excuse he gives us if and when they find a good day for him to talk. And his day to talk is going to be last minute. It's going to be super last minute, right? So they're going to find out, what, like that morning, whether or not he can keep it together. And then they're going to pump him on whatever meds they can. And those meds are failing now. Those meds are failing now. They're not working anymore as they did in the beginning. So they're going to have to pump a lot of it into him. I think a lot of those meds that they're pushing into him are breaking his body down, undoubtedly. And that's why he's having such a hard time as the days go by, the months go by. Weeks. Sorry, not months, weeks. So darker times are absolutely ahead. If Trump wins, things could get better. I will not be surprised if we see a different Trump, though. The Trump that's not what we voted for or what you guys voted for 8 years ago. I'm very skeptical of the people who are in power now and running for power now for the reasons of the nonsense that are going around the world. If you look at the political game or fight around the world, everything is leaning towards the World Economic Forum. Everyone. They're giving everyone the illusion of choice when they don't have it. There's a power structure of the world that is shifting. We, the people around the world, are fighting. How long can we fight? We need to fight. Americans, that is. But we're not. And that's the darker times ahead. If we go into civil war, which American will you be? Now again, civil war doesn't help the elites at all. So their interest in the Civil War is not at all. They're interested in taking over what they can take over and making money where they can make money and controlling us how they can control us. Winter Homestead, that was one of my red flag moments. You don't hear him talking about draining the swamp anymore. So, Bakari, exactly. The illusion of inclusion is why around the world people are fighting back. They are rioting. They are doing what needs to be done. Listen, the people in Paris that are rioting right now, at least they're rioting. They don't like what's going on, Good, bad, or indifference. They don't like what's going on, and they're getting heavy-handed. Same thing here. We need to get heavy-handed. If Trump wins, there's going to be some heavy-handedness, but people are making the choice to do something about it. If we lose, I don't think we're going to do anything about it. I think we're just going to be like, oh, well, and go back to our daily lives, which is bullshit. Keep in mind, guys, the which American you will be comment or question. The left thinks they're right. The right thinks they're right. Everyone in the middle thinks they're right. We all think we're right. So what American are we going to be and whose side we're going to be on? That's the bigger question. For or against America? Now, clearly, the left thinks they're for America by ripping down a lot of the Constitution, if you will, ripping apart a lot of the Constitution. They think they're right. We know we're right for standing up to the Constitution. And then you got the people in the middle. And you got people in the middle on both sides. You got people in the middle who are Republican-based but stand in the middle there. And you got Democrats who stand in the middle on the Democratic side. Then you got people who stand in the middle, truly in the middle. The bigger question is, how bad will the rest of this year get? That's the bigger question. Like I said, guys, I'm a little excited. I'm not scared. I'm like, yo, where's this going? Where in the actual fuck is this going? Is this going to get heavy-handed, out of hand? Are we going to see some shit? Are we going to start? I'm excited. I'm really excited. Kathleen, you're absolutely right. If we lose, if he loses, we are screwed. But I don't know if, again, the Trump that we were going to get, that we want, we're going to get. That's all I can say. Gun control talk, again. He gets into office, I can see Mrs. Pete, we have had enough. But when are we going to do something about it? You could, like, again, people keep saying we had enough. Then do something about it. Let's do something about it. Let's not that we had enough. And then what? That's it? Leave it at that comment? Comet Moon. I knew nothing about that, what happened in Yellowstone. I have no clue what's going on in Yellowstone. Know the Truth is voting for Kamala Harris, and he says Trump is a rapist. Bill Cosby is a rapist. If you want to go that far, I don't even think that's true. I think that was a bullshit lie. Trump isn't a rapist. Kamala Harris is a whore. We're even, man. But right, again, guys, how bad will the rest of this year get? That's what I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next, man. I mean, listen, we got meteors making close flybys to this planet. There was a meteor they were tracking. I think it's called Vesta or Vesta. One of the two. Or Vesta, right? Begins with a V. It's a Vesta or Vesta. And they did a thing on if that meteor would have hit the planet, the destruction would have made. So we got that to contend with. People are staring at the skies right now. Crazy chicken prepper. I think they're gonna, with the backings of the Soros people, I think they're gonna try. They're gonna go hard. They're gonna go hard this time. Yellowstone had a burp. Did they? Did it? Now you guys are gonna make me look this shit up during the fucking live stream? Will we see a complete breakdown of this country if Chlamydia Harris wins? Will we see a complete breakdown of this country? Will this country be sold out? If Trump loses, will we see a complete breakdown of this country? Again, guys, so many questions, so little time. Hold on. Trying to see what's going on with Yellowstone. Hydrothermal explosion at Biscuit Basin in Yellowstone National Park damaged the boardwalk. Large thermal explosion caught on camera 4 hours ago. So now it goes, all right, now check this out. Large hydrothermal explosion caught on camera, Yellowstone Park. 7KBZK News, small thermal explosion reported at Biscuit Baskin. What is it? Large or small? Clearly it's small. It's not large. Large, we be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle right now. We'd be having oh shit moments if that was the case. Now, again, if this was the first sign of Yellowstone erupting, things could get a lot more exciting this year, guys. A lot more exciting. But again, back to my original question, guy, will we see the complete breakdown of this country? Are we ready for what happens next if something goes down? Now, the something goes down meaning if the election's taken. Will we see, are we ready for what happens next? I don't know, guys. A lot of questions, no new fucking answers. More questions are going to come, no new answers. We got to see what we're going to get. Now, I personally believe, guys, that Biden had a complete Alzheimer's breakdown. That is why they stashed him away. People were rumoring that he was dead. I was like, what? I said, no, he's not dead. And then they're like, well, we haven't seen him in days. Okay, big fucking deal. And I know why they didn't have him, because they're waiting for a good day. Like I said earlier, they're waiting for that good day to pop up so they can prop him up on the screen and be like, all right, man, stick to the lines. Do not deviate. Because if you do, I'm going to give you a backhand. He doesn't know. They keep, treating him with ice cream and shit. If you do good, Joe, if you do good, we'll get you ice cream. His wife talks to him like a complete fucking idiot. And we saw that, but now she's really into that Alzheimer's mother stage where she's talking to him like a child. Joe, you did good, Joe. Very good. Who talks to their grown fucking husband like that? Unless he's suffering from Alzheimer's. And you think you have to talk to him like that. Yeah, things are undoubtedly going to get very, very, very more interesting. I don't know how more very interesting it can get, but it definitely will. Now, back to this question. How bad will the rest of this year get? 1 for bad, 2 for very bad. 3 for shit hits the fan bad. Yeah, so like the tea I was telling you I'm drinking, it's I guess it's chamomile tea with ginger in it. That's what happens when you turn 40. Is this what fucking happens when you turn 40? 47, sorry. 47. 3 more years and I'm 50. Might as well fucking start signing up for old age homes and going on tours in senior citizen homes. Fuck. Start looking at fucking old man river seniority homes. Looking for a nice place on a mountainside next to the river or stream. Yep. So there's some 3s, 2, somebody said 10. 10 is like, yo, it's all on. All bets are off. All bets are off. The shit we're seeing, all bets are off. It's out of control, man. Out of control. And it's only going to get more out of control. More out of control, sorry. It's going to get fucking crazy. It's going to get crazy. And like I said, part of me can't wait, man. Part of me cannot wait. Now, with her stepping in place for Biden, her securing more donations, the distraction from the shooting, the distraction from the Secret Service lady. Again, she resigned, and I fucking saw nothing. I saw no notifications on it. 0. I saw one notification, and then I had to Google it, and there it was. A few articles of Keto, whatever her name is, stepping down as the Secret Service director. That shows me, guys, that they're trying to hide and distract us as much as possible. When she stepped down, that should have been fucking breaking news all over our phones. But instead, it wasn't. Only a few articles, and they did it under, because they did it under cover, because the other breaking news was Kamala Harris being backed by this person, that person, this person. That was the breaking news, not the fact that this chick stepped down. Bad news, man. Right? It's Cheadle with a T, not a D. Cheadle. Cheadle is Don Cheadle, the actor. They will shoot that. No, they will probably take the internet offline. That's their last move, man. Like, Leave This World Behind. That shit. We're starting to see it, man. We're starting to see the slow pace of it head in that direction. World War III, though, I don't see it. Unless the Chinese and Russians decide to attack while our guards are down, while we're all distracted with the bullshit, they start looking at that and then go, all right, now we make a move. But the military's always on point, though, right? We're distracted. The military's not distracted. The military has their eyes on everything. The military is not looking at this nonsense. We are. The military is focused on guarding what they need to guard or let in who they need to let in. However you want to look at it. A lot of people are disappointed in our current military. I get it. But things are not what they seem. And that's the other side of that coin. Things are not what they seem, man. There are so many other things going on. We can only believe not even half of what we're told. And with AI, we can't even believe what we're seeing anymore. They might even use AI to have Biden give his speech. So they can do that. They can have some dude in a room full of 6 people and the cameraman, 7. And this guy will stand in front of the camera very carefully, and they will do a digital mask over this guy. And he will give a speech that is way too sharp, way too on point, and way too fast. And then that will be it. Then we will never see Biden again. Mark, I heard that. I heard people still stranded at the airport, at least with Delta, which doesn't make sense because other airlines are up. American Airlines and United are up and running fully. Delta's still having problems. But, yeah, man. With AI, we can't even believe what we see anymore. It's all, guys, a disruption. All of it. The shit that we're going to see, we won't even be able to believe it. Right, the AI Biden is coming up. And for those that don't know much about AI, look into it. It's very good now. And it's good enough for them to do what they need to do, right? Just, again, have a guy who's dressed like Biden, put an AI mask over his face, make sure he knows Biden's movements, and then talk. And the AI mask is really good because the guy can turn his head and it's just like a Biden mask on his head. So there is that. Yeah, listen, it wasn't a software disruption, it was a hack. That is not telling planes to stay in the air, telling people they need to do a manual reboot, telling people it was a bad code that they send out. I'm not buying that at all. Like, at the fuck all. People, laptops couldn't turn on, tablets weren't working. Not like you could turn your laptop on and then use the other apps. The laptops are shut down. They couldn't use their laptops at all. Same thing with their iPads or tablets, whatever tablets they were using. They couldn't use it at all. Not like they could use certain apps. The whole thing was shut down. That is not coding. That is an attack. Cyber attack. You mean to tell me, guys, that people in the middle of the night with their laptops turned off updated their software? Nope. their iPads that were off, if your internet was off, and then you turned it on, and then your computer wasn't working. It's a fucking hack, man. They're telling us it was a glitch. It wasn't a glitch. And that company lost a lot of money. If that company would admit that they got hacked, they'd be destroyed. They'd be toast right now. Johnny Five is alive. I just found that movie too. I bought it. Short Circuit. There's a lot of 80s films I have to watch, rewatch again. BlackRock is part owner of that software. BlackRock is definitely evil, without a doubt. BlackRock is going to make one or two things happen. Kamala Harris win, or the shutdown of the country. That's it. BlackRock owns way too much. And again, the coincidence, guys, of BlackRock and that shooter, come on. Nobody is like, I mean, people question it, but no one is diving deep into it. Nobody's diving deep into it. We know that BlackRock has their hit squads. We know about them. Well, some of us know about them. But they have a hit squad. Mercs, if you will. Mercs that work directly under them, and then guys that they can't put on their payroll, but definitely pay in cash kind of deal. These guys do exist. They are not ghosts or shadows. They do exist. They're out there. Those dudes, they work. They make people disappear. They make things look like drug overdose and or suicides. Nobody talks about them because people are scared. Winter Homestead. So tomorrow's Angry Film Critic, if I'm not dead by then, Angry Film Critic, we're just going to open the floor to 80s movies. I think the first 80s movie we talk about will be an apocalyptic or pre-apocalyptic movie, Terminator. We'll talk about that. We'll break down movies like Terminator. And then we'll talk about, again, then we'll do another one. We'll talk about the shittiest B movie or movie ever made. Rick R., thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Rick R., that is exactly my point with Vance. I don't trust the man. People are like, but you don't even know him. I don't know him, but I don't have any good feelings about him. Like with Obama, I didn't have any great feelings about him either, and look how he turned out. And then there was also his background. But J.D. Vance, his look rubs me the wrong way. There's something about him when you look at his face rubs me the wrong way. Right? So if this Whitney lady is on deck saying the same shit I'm saying, something's up. Can we start the Angry Bigfoot channel? We can start the Angry Bigfoot channel, and then I do videos where I go looking for Bigfoot. I have way too much I don't have that much time on my hand to do that shit. That's a lot of work. Looking for Bigfoot and being disappointed every time I go out there. And then in the next episode, we'll find him. Every episode, I say the same shit at the end. Next episode, we will find Bigfoot. Stupid. Like those stupid ghost shows they had, where those dudes were going into the woods, into the abandoned places, like, oh my God, did you hear that? Meanwhile, like the fucking cameraman standing behind the guy is throwing a fucking chain link down the hallway. Did you hear that? Ding, 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 ding. You know, like, it was the stupidest fucking show. Guy with the spike hair, always putting mousse in his hair, going, guys, you felt that? No one didn't fucking feel that. I'm sitting at home watching you on TV. How did I feel that? Stupid fucking show. And people bought into that shit. That's how stupid people are. They buy into shows like that, where the guy's like walking down the hallway creeping and shit. Oh my God, did you see that? And then the cameraman pans, and whatever he saw is already gone. Meanwhile, the cameraman's like, no, oh man, no, I didn't see that. What did you see? I saw something. What the fuck is I saw something? That was show so stupid, and people would sit there and watch it. There were two guys in my firehouse who were watching it. I would break their fucking chops every time I walked in and watched these two watch. Like, you guys fucking kidding me? You guys are grown-ass man watching another grown-ass man act that they're ghost there. Oh my God. I felt that. It went through me. It went through me. You fucking piece of shit. You lying monkey. sitting there telling us, oh my God, did you hear that voice? Meanwhile, someone played a recorder down the hallway, and all the voices were like some shit like, leave. Get the fuck, what is it, Scooby-Doo now? The stupid fuck, I can't stand that show. I couldn't stand that show. Ghost Hunters or whatever they were. Fucking guy with product in his hair going into a scary place with a cameraman, always seeing something, and then the camera pans and it's gone. We never saw anything. No one has ever saw anything on that show other than the guy saying he saw something. Fuck that dude, him and his spiky fucking hair. What an asshole. But people bought into that. Bought into that nonsense. And he was like, next week, we're going to hit this haunted house to see what we find. We didn't find shit. We never found anything because we didn't see a fucking thing. You never found proof. You never saw a ghost. You never saw an entity. You never saw anything. But this guy every week is like, we're going to find some shit. Fuck out of here. Ghost Adventures. Ghost my dick in his mouth. Holy shit. But people bought into that. That's when I knew America was stupid. That we bought into that bullshit. Zach on crack. That was his name, right, Zach? Yo, the jerk, thank you for the donations, man. The Angry Squatter channel. That would be interesting. What would that? Ghostbusters or Mythbusters? But yeah, man. Remember Fear on MTV? No, I don't remember Fear on MTV. I don't watch any of that shit. I thought that shit was stupid. I thought it all was stupid. Like, what's the other one? Where they're always digging for shit? Something Island. Skull Island or somebody's asshole island. And they're like, and oh my God, we found something. We found this coin. We're getting close to the treasure. They've been on that fucking island for 5 years. Holy shit. And every week people turn into this fucking show. I don't fucking understand that. Thank you, Kaya. Thank you, Rick, again. That show was fucking silly. Oak Island. Yeah, that's fucking Blue. Thank you, Blue Van. Oak Island. Oh, God. We found 2 coins this week. Look. 2. Found 2 coins. We're getting closer. No, the fuck you're not. You're not getting fucking closer. Fucking been here for 5 years. You found a fucking thing. And people tuned in every week. People are like, we're going to find something this week. They're getting close. Oh, we found a booby trap that they set up. But if we trigger it, it'll fill up with water and it'll be gone forever. No, it won't. Modern technology will allow you to get through that bullshit. But these people, oh my God. Forget it. I'm sorry. Those stupid shows had people in on it, man. In on it. The Curse of Oak Island. Oh, guys, there's a piece of wood. And they're looking at the wood. It's a wood tablet. You see this? There's something written on it. And the guy's like this, and he goes, look what it says. We're going to take it back to our lab to analyze what it said. Meanwhile, he showed it, you paused it, and it was like some scribble on it, but it wasn't like, could have been the natural grains of the wood. But he's like, this says, don't dare go further. You will die. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Stupid fucking show. This is fucking bullshit. It was dumb. Oak Island. Yeah, they should talk about the Curse of Long Island and all the people getting cancer on there. But let's talk about Oak Island and the bullshit on that show. Both of those shows can kiss my dick. Sideways. Seriously. Anyway, guys, that being said, I'm going to head off the air now. I'm going to go to the Angry Truth channel. Tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about the historical 2024 race and the shit that's headed our way. Whatever, man. See you guys later. See some of you over on the Angry Truth channel. See the rest of you guys on the Angry Film Critic tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. And I'll see you guys later.